Laynie and welcome to my channel. I've got my coffee, do you? If you're new here, we do a lot of this, a lot of drinking coffee, chatting, getting to know each other, and of course playing with makeup. That's a definite when you come to this channel. I'm really excited for today's video because it was a subscriber request. She requested a dupes video, which totally inspired me to stretch it even farther. I wanted to dive into my collection and see what dupes I currently own, and also just drugstore products that perform like high-end. The drugstore options out there now, you guys, have so exceeded years past. Things are getting better and better. I used to be a diehard high-end only shopper, and now I am like a go-to drugstore shopper because there's so many good products out there. So if you want to see what dupe products I have and also amazing drugstore products that help me create this look here, then just keep watching. Alright, you guys, so I have already primed the eyes. I'm using the MAC paint pot. That is not an affordable option, but I'm really picky about eye primer, so I don't have anything from the drugstore to show you. But the first thing we're going to do is eyes, and I'm going to talk about two palettes here. This is not an exact dupe, but it really reminds me of the new Huda Beauty palette, the Mercury Retrograde. Something about the color story in here just kind of reminds me of that. It's got some really nice shimmer formulas in here, and so does the Mercury Retrograde palette. If there was a turquoise shade in here, it would be very much a perfect dupe, but I do feel like this will give you a very similar look to what you're wanting to achieve. I swatched the Huda Beauty palette in Sephora. It's beautiful, but the price tag, I think, was like $65 or $68. I just could not justify that. The other palette I want to mention, it's not a dupe, but it's something that I think is very affordable. Honestly, is right up there. Totally competes, if not tops, most high-end eyeshadow. It is the Jaclyn Hill Morphe Big Palette. Oh my gosh, I can't speak for the Vault collection. I never used it, but this palette is seriously like my all-time favorite. I love this palette. You can create any look you want to with it. There's just everything in here. The formula is so nice in this. I love this palette very much. The Fairy Lights palette to me is so close to that Huda Beauty Retrograde palette. So I'm going to go in with Precious, which is kind of a cool toned taupe color. And I really don't even know what kind of look I want to do today. I might dive into some blues because I do have blue in my earrings today, but I've really been loving pink lately, like loving pink. The BH Cosmetics formula in this palette is so nice. It is so blendable. That was an absolute effortless blend. Oh my gosh. That literally just blended out like an absolute freaking dream. Alright, so I'm going to go in with Passionate, which is a beautiful deep matte blue. And I'm just going to start packing that on the outer corner. Ooh, see this formula, you guys, this color. I love the color story in this palette. I wish this one had a pretty turquoise shade in it because then it would be such an excellent dupe for the Huda Beauty Retrograde palette, seriously. And I just feel like this is missing. It needs like that pop of turquoise. It would be so pretty in this palette. This is the kind of palette that when you're not an expert, it makes you feel like you're an expert. I'm going to go back in with a little bit of that taupey shade and just blend out that outer edge. Now, you guys, the decisions. There's so many beautiful colors in here. This Enchanted shade is really pretty. It's almost a blue, but kind of a periwinkle. So pretty. But this, I keep going back to this Mesmerized, this hot pink. Oh. I really need to clean my brushes, so please don't judge. Now I think I am going to go in with, am I going to do it? Am I going to go for it? I'm going to go for it. Mesmerized. That hot pink shade. Oh yes, this color is so good. I love hot pink. It is one of the most fun colors to play with, in my opinion. I do need to work in a little bit more of that blue just to blend the two together. There is some kick up in the pan. They are a little dusty in the pan, but That does not bother me. Now it's time for a little bit of that rare green gold color. Just gonna put it on this very little inner portion just for a little extra pizzazz. Okay, now the one thing I want to do is wet down this gold shade so it's a little bit more in your face. So another dupe is this Rose and Glycerin Heritage Store. It's basically just a facial spray. I found this at TJ Maxx for $6.99. This, in my opinion, is a dupe for MAC Fix Plus. The glycerin in here gives eyeshadows a very similar effect to using MAC Fix Plus. And the spritzer on this one is far better than MAC. It's so delicate. Oh yes, there we go. Just look at how much more pigmented and reflective that side is to that side. I love using these. I can create such a good wing with just using a makeup wipe. It makes life so easy. Okay, so for brow products, you guys, there are so many good dupes out there. The one I don't have right now is the e.l.f. $2 pencil. Love it. It, in my opinion, so comparable. Hey babe, I'm filming. Is everything okay? Talk to you later. Bye-bye. I'll have everything down below for you guys. The e.l.f. $2 pencil, in my opinion, is such a good dupe for any high-end eyebrow pencil on the market. Another really good dupe for, again, any eyebrow pencil on the market. I'm sorry, I think a lot of high-end eyebrow pencils are comparable to low-end brow pencils. I really like this one from ColourPop. It's ultra thin. The same goes with their ColourPop Colored Brow Gel. Super comparable with any high-end brow gel. It's not a super firm hold gel. It gives a nice fluffiness to the brows. So let's start doing our brows. I'm so thrown off by having this new camera, you guys. It is definitely a learning curve. I've just been going really natural on my brows and I'm like, who am I? Because I used to be ultra chiseled. This brow pencil is so nice. It's so thin. It has a perfect little spoolie. Oh, love, 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 love. That was so easy. It's so smooth. It's pigmented. It's really easy to work with. Some brow pencils can be too soft or too firm. This is just like that perfect consistency that makes it super simple. And I love their brow gel. I love that they came out with tinted brow gel because for a long time all they had was the clear. The clear is really nice, but I feel like tinted just gives you a little extra fullness. The size of the wand and applicator is really nice. Not too thick, not too thin. The product gives a really nice fluffiness. I think these are a great option. Before I finish the face, I do want to talk about glitter because I mentioned these in the Tati video. If you have seen it, if you haven't seen it, I want to mention it again because you guys, I love my Tati beauty palette, but the glitters to me are so standout and like what makes that so special. These glitters from NYX, these are the glitter goals. These are excellent. They have these quads. They also have a big palette. These perform so much like the Tati Beauty glitters, you guys. Just like with my Tati Beauty palette, I always use a glitter glue. I'm not about getting glitter in my eye. They pick up really nicely on the finger, and they apply really nicely with the finger. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Like zero fallout. I mean, seriously, the only fallout I have is where my finger was kind of bumping down here. Those are such a good option if you are on a budget or if you just don't want the Tati palette. I seriously love these. Okay, now let's talk complexion. You guys, I will tell you, my biggest struggle is knowing complexion dupes. I have so many foundations. I've used so many. It's hard for me to keep track. But I do have one in my collection that a lot of people talk about being a dupe. I've used the Fenty Beauty Foundation, and honestly, I like this one better. This is the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage. So many people when this first came out were comparing it to the Fenty. I used a sample of the Fenty. I did not love how it looked on my skin at all, but I really love this foundation. It's really beautiful. This is the NYX Bear With Me Primer. It's super radiant, and in my opinion, it's most comparable to the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. That gives you such a beautiful, truly radiant glow, like a lit from within glow. So does this. The only difference is the Becca controls my oils better. This is very hydrating. See, skin before. And look at that. Do you see that beautiful finish? It feels really nice. This would be like a dry skin person's dream. It's so beautiful on the skin and it feels so hydrating. But I think that primer looks so nice on the skin. If you were doing a no makeup day and you wanted a really glowy face, you can mix a little bit of this with your moisturizer and be good to go. I haven't used this in a while, so I need to shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your booty. Shake your booty. I didn't want to dirty up another sponge. This one's real dirty already. But if you're looking for a dupe for a beauty sponge, Real Techniques is the closest thing I have found to a beauty blender, in my opinion. I am in the shade Light Beige, and I don't remember if this is a match for me, so you guys are about to find out just like I am. I love a dropper foundation. I love it. Ooh, the color looks right. Yay! The coverage of this is really, really nice. It's a very full coverage. I mean, it's not like a mask full coverage, you know. There are those foundations that are ultra full coverage. This is not that. It is very full coverage. It's going to cover everything you need for it to cover. You can build it up a bit, but the coverage is so pretty. It just looks so skin-like. It really lays on top of my pores nicely. I have very large pores. Honestly, if I didn't do anything else to my face and just put this on, you would think I just have really nice skin. Which are my favorite kind of foundations. I used to be one of those who really wanted that mask effect, full coverage, but now I want it to look like skin, but hide everything that I want to hide. I love this foundation, and this is concealer, Laynie. This is concealer. Get with it. This is not the first time you have filmed a YouTube video. Why are you acting like it is? Had to give myself a little pep talk, motivational speech right there. Get with it, Laynie. This isn't your first YouTube video. You would think after like doing this for how long I have, I would be like a pro. I'm not. No. There's a big old learning curve here. So this is the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. You guys, if you love full coverage, like Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, this is so good for $5. Best cheap concealer I've ever used when it comes to being full coverage. If you are a full coverage queen with your concealer, this is it. I did pick up a different shade though because the other one I had was way too light. Now I'm nervous that this one's going to be too dark. This is Light Sand. Let's see how it goes. Oh no, we're good, we're good. I got fair on the last one, and when I say it was so light, it was like paper white under my eyes. Now, this is a concealer that you do not want to dot all over the face and then work it all in. This is one you want to work in sections because it definitely sets quickly, very quickly. I have made that mistake, dotting it all around the face, and then you get to your like second to last dot, and you're like, oh wow, okay, this dot is staying exactly where it's at. I guess I'm just gonna walk around with a dot for the rest of the day. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, that color is perfect. That blended out so well. It's so full coverage. It stays put. This is e.l.f. This is a beautiful concealer. This concealer is so buttery and blendable and beautiful. You guys, if you haven't tried this concealer, I'm telling you, you have to try this concealer. Two powders that I love that are so affordable. I don't know, see, this is the thing. I haven't used the Makeup Forever powder foundation that I've heard so many people talk about, and I cannot guarantee it, but just from the videos I've seen, I feel like the Maybelline Superstay is going to be a really good dupe, or the J-Cat Aquassurance. I love using the Superstay in the shade, what shade is this? Classic Ivory. And then I just set my concealer with it. It gives even more coverage under the eye. It makes everything look really smooth and stays put really nicely. Helps really fill in the pores right here. Right here is where I have the largest pores on my face. Okay, now I'm going in with the J-Cat Aquassurance in the shade Natural. So this one is a bit dark for me, so I've just been using it on the outside of my face. It's kind of like a natural bronzer. Gives me I'm like aggressively blending everything today. Everything in here is shaking. So right now I don't have a set bronzer that I'm loving. I'm just trying to use up this Pure Cosmetics. I don't have one in my collection right now that's a dupe, but I do have one from past history that I've used that I can totally recommend. It is the City Bronzer, Believe by Maybelline. I'll have everything again linked down below for you guys. It is so stunning. It is a matte bronzer that just is the perfect tone. It's the best. I would very much compare it to a Hoola bronzer situation by Benefit. Let's talk about a very, very, very affordable, cheap palette that I actually really like. It's so cheap, you guys. This is Believe Beauty from Dollar General. And this little palette here is, do they call this a contour or a bronzer? I thought it was a contour. I was gonna say, I think this is a contour. This palette, now it is very powdery, but if you are on a budget, this is so nice. This is honestly, I'll show you. It's very comparable to some higher end products. The tone of this contour is so nice. They do have a light medium and I believe a medium deep option, so I love that they have multiple options there. But look at the tone of that contour. It is so nice. That is such a nice contour shade and it's so affordable. I love when you find really good affordable products. The blush in here is really pretty. It's just not the most pigmented. It's pretty powdery, but it will definitely give you a flush. Let me show you this highlighter. We have so many highlighters to talk about, you guys. I have a highlighter addiction. This highlighter in here reminds me so much of the Cookie highlighter by Benefit, the new one. The tone of this, I feel like Cookie is just a little bit brighter, but there's something about the tone of this, that kind of creamy, champagne-y, like almost a little bit peachy, reminds me a lot of Cookie. Cookie is just a little bit on the whiter side. But look at how beautiful and just buttery smooth the highlighter is in this super, super affordable trio. It's so good. The next one that I would really compare to a very good dupe of Cookie is this here Kitty Kitty highlighter by ColourPop. Like if we could have these two make a baby, it would be Cookie. I've had it for a long time, so it's a little drier than it once was, but both of these are so stunning. Look at that reflection. Then some highlighters that I have to mention because they're so affordable that I don't have an exact dupe for, but you guys, I have to share them with you. If you haven't tried the Makeup Revolution Time Soap, the highlighters in here are absolutely stunning. If you like a highlight that's a little bit more of kind of an hourglass style highlight, a little bit more of that soft light, lit from within kind of glow, these are so beautiful. Let me swatch a couple of them for you. I mean, do you just see that? Just look at that beautiful sheen. It's very soft. The next thing in here is something I love. It's from BH Cosmetics. It is a blush and highlighter palette. You guys, think of like your favorite high-end blush highlighter combo. This compares, if not exceeds. Oh, look at that. Jeez Louise. That just changed the whole look. They have the most soft, like almost satin effect on the skin. I'm wearing like a lot of blush right now and I know it. But they're so beautiful. The color payoff is perfection. These highlighters, you guys watch this. When I say buttery smooth, I mean buttery smooth. Oh my, oh, do you see that? Oh my word. Two more, I'm sorry, but if you love Hourglass, I love Hourglass, okay? But Hourglass doesn't love me because it's so expensive and I just can never justify buying their products because they're so expensive. But I found these two and they work very, very, very well and very similar to the Hourglass Ambient powders. This first one is by Hard Candy. It is their Hard Candy Just Glow palette. This to me is, you could wear it as a highlighter, but it's very much more that just kind of all over dusting when you want a little bit of radiance or a very soft highlighter. These by Makeup Revolution, the Radiance palette, these are so nice. This is like basically you're using Hourglass. I mean, I wore these the other day at work and everybody was like, oh my gosh, you have the prettiest skin. And I was like, no, it's makeup, I swear. But this again, just that really soft all over dusting. I'm gonna do it. A little bit of this gold one. And just give a little radiance. It's like a soft little bit of a glow, like, oh, your skin's so healthy and so pretty. And you're like, I know, thank you. And then this one, let's do the lightest one and go right on the nose. And the Cupid's bow. And then, I shouldn't, but I'm going to, the chin. Oh look, I'm Jaclyn Hill. Look at this. Except for she doesn't have pores and I do. These powders are so nice for that lip from within, Hourglass style powder when you don't want to break the bank. Then if you ever feel like you're too glowy, you just go back over top with your powder brush and just tone it down, blend it out just a little bit. Really fast, I am going to go in with this highlighter from the Believe Beauty Trio. It's so affordable. I'm not putting on a ton because I really shouldn't put on any more glow, but I'm going to. Okay, highlight. There's one more thing. If you're looking for a Fenty Beauty Diamond Bomb Highlight dupe, it is the ColourPop Kathleen Lights Zodiac in the Maiden. It's just so pretty, and it looks like a bunch of little tiny diamonds in there. I really don't even know if it's going to pick up on camera, but if you wanted to dust this on the lid, dust it on the cheekbone, dust it on the body, honestly, this reminds me so much of the Fenty Diamond Glow, and this product will last you forever because pigments just go, a little goes a long way. Again, this rose water glycerin, just so you can see it, I feel like it's very compatible effect to the makeup MAC Fix Plus. Brain just stopped working totally. The spritzer on this one is so nice. So one thing I want to do is use the Jaclyn Hill palette because I haven't shown it yet. I'm sure like all of you have probably seen this, but I'm telling you, this is like my favorite palette ever. I'm going to go in with this turquoise metallic shade that I don't know a name for because I got the palette that has no names on it. And I'm going to put it under the eye, and now it's like I'm definitely wearing the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette. And then I'm going to go in with the two lightest shade in her palette because they are the most beautiful inner corner highlights I've ever used. The best eyeliners I've ever used, and I will say comparable or better to any high-end eyeliner ever, including the Marc Jacobs that everybody talks about, are the Maybelline Tattoo Studio eyeliners. If you want something that are so pigmented, so buttery, but stay put and even go on the waterline, these are fantastic. I am obsessed with these. They are my new go-to eyeliners. All the time. They're wonderful. If you are looking for a really good, affordable, matte, liquid eyeliner, the NYX Matte Liquid Liner is so good. It is so good. It dries down matte, it's ultra pigmented, it doesn't run, it stays put, it's thin, it's easy to use. Mascara dupe that everybody knows about is the Voluminous Lash Paradise by L'Oreal. Very, very, very comparable to the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I did pick up their primer and I'm going to test it out here on camera because I'm curious about it because I do love a good lash primer. This is a nice mascara and honestly it's worth picking up and saving your coin compared to the Too Faced Better Than Sex. Very comparable. I think a little bit less strong than the actual Better Than Sex, but very comparable. So I wouldn't worry about picking up the primer. It's helped a little bit, but nothing crazy. My two favorite drugstore lip liners. If you are a high-end lip liner wearer, the Maybelline Colorsational and the Wet n Wild Gel lip liners, so comparable to like any high-end lip liner you could ever want to use. These are so creamy, they stay put, they're so pigmented. Now I have a bunch of lipsticks to share with you guys. So if you are looking for something that works really, really well and is really matte and really dries down and stay put, I haven't used the Jeffree Star liquid lipsticks, but I've heard they're ultra long wear and so pigmented. I really feel like from these, I've only used 2 of these, but the 2 that I've used from Morphe, their liquid lips, they are ultra pigmented. They dry down so much. They're one of those that, you know, they're not going to make your lips feel hydrated at all by the end of the day, but they're going to stay there by the end of the day. I have the shade Vanity, which is such a pretty, cool toned pink. And then this next one, I always get compliments on, and it just stays put. This is Hot Shot. Look at that red. Oh my gosh. If you're looking for something that is comparable to a high-end, very comfortable matte, a very comfortable liquid lip, the Joa Infinite Kiss Satin Liquid Lipstick. These are more of like a cloud feeling. Like, I know that sounds weird, but like very cushiony, very almost fluffy feeling. They're really pretty. They wear really nicely. They're very comfortable. I really like these, and these are from the drugstore. I have the shades KISS, Moi, and Chew. These are the L'Oreal Paris lip color, what are these called? Ink, liquid ink or something like that. In Create and Empower, these are like a true liquid lip. Like, they're ultra liquidy, like paint. But they're so comfortable. This color is perfection. I love a peach lip. Oh, I love that so much. This is Create. The formula of those are so comfortable. They dry down so nicely. They're so pigmented, but they're like ultra liquidy. I absolutely love them. And then my favorite cheap regular lipstick formula is ColourPop. Their Luxe lipsticks are so nice. They're very pigmented. They're very comfortable. They're like a cream formula, but they're not too creamy, where they're not going to slide around your face all the time. I have Layover and Appy. I love both of those. Okay, I think I'm going to go in with the Create color. I love the applicator. Okay, and then the last item, I'm scared because I suck at putting on false lashes, but I know so many of you love false lashes. I felt like I had to come up with some type of dupe for you guys because I will never buy high-end lashes. If they come in Boxy Charm, great, I'll use it. But I won't buy high-end because I don't like lashes enough to spend that kind of money. I love the look of the Lily Lashes Miami. I think they're so beautiful, and I always eye them, and I see them on other influencers. I'm like, I want those. And then I see the price tag, and I'm like, no, I don't. This is the Kiss Triple Push-Up Collection Lash Couture in Corset. I bet that's the name. Corset. There's something about the way the ends of these are and how there's like little groupings of lashes. It really reminds me of the Miami lashes. People who make applying false lashes look easy. I hate you. Those are freaking pretty. Okay guys, this is the finished look, and holy cow, I've realized several things. I shouldn't have worn a green shirt and then done this eye look. It doesn't match. But besides that, I have fallen back in love with so many of these products. I've had them in my stash. I knew I love them, but it's been so long since I've used them that I'm like, I forgot how much I loved you. Honestly, I do not think you can tell whatsoever that any of the products on my face are not high-end. They look like high-end products. These are quality drugstore products. These are quality, affordable products. I think everything turned out great. I had so much fun playing with these products. Thank you so much for requesting a dupes video. It finally got me motivated and excited about diving into more of my drugstore products because you guys, I love beauty, I love makeup, I love having a collection, and that is why I have started buying so much more drugstore products than high-end because the quality is just getting better and better. What are your go-to drugstore recommendations? What are your go-to dupe products? Let me know in the comment section. You know I love hearing from you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and this look, and hopefully it's not 800 million years long, but It could be. It could be. I seriously had so much fun. Let's do the shout out of the day. Today's shout out of the day is Hamburger Helper. I just think that's the cutest name. She commented on my recent saying goodbye to a palette video of the Too Faced Peach palette and said, I'm late, but my favorite eyeshadow palette right now is the Wet n Wild Coffin Break. It was limited edition. I should have bought two. Oh my gosh, I think we've all been there when we find a favorite product and then it's limited edition. What a bummer. Thank you for sharing with us, and I'm so glad that you're here and a part of the Lash fam. Thank you so much for commenting on my video. You guys, if you haven't clicked the subscribe button, join the Lash fam. You will not regret it. I would love for you to join the Lash family. And as always, you guys, please try to stay positive, because at the end of the day, that is truly all we can try to do. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.